On guys, this is Roan coming at you with the next video in the series. I totally messed this up, but for sake of consistency, I wanted to still put out a video. This is going to be the shortest video probably on the channel because of how dumb. So what happened was Master Duel apparently has a 24-hour replay window where if you don't view your replay in 24 hours, it gets lost. So there's a few games that I'm missing out, so all I got are my last 2 wins. But for that, you know, like I said, it's still good quality, still good content, just a little shorter. So these 2 games are actually kind of silly. Like, I mean, like this one was literally just one on the opening. I just had a fortuitous hand, so I ended up ashing this. He couldn't play any further. And that was the end of it. Now, watch what I do here, which is pretty funny. So, unexpected die, my usual, into Sunseed, into Dryas. He tries at this point, so I get Sowing, and then I think it's here. Yeah, he tries to Droll and Lockford my ass. Guess who's got called by? Called that shit on the other side, and he decided to quit. So that was the first game. Second game. This one was a little bit more involved, and you will see. Just a little bit. So now you already see it's already sizing up to be. So I definitely have to RIKKA pedal. Like I have to go into my RIKKA engine. Look at what ends up happening. So immediately I Cosmic Cyclone just to get that bullshit out of here. RIKKA pedal. He tries to ash me. I decide to say no to that just because I had a feeling I could end this in 1 turn. So Mudan, Tribute out, go from here into Sheet, Cone, get Glamour, Tribute, get my Primula and Princess, drop both of those out. Pull Strenna. Get my monster negate into the graveyard, get Glamour back, attack him, boom. Now, he goes here into Branded Opening, he just quits. I was like, what the hell? I mean, it was a little involved, because like I said, I was like working my RIKKA magic, and I was able to set up a pretty decent board, but I guess he just didn't have anything else after that. Maybe he just opened up into a trash hand, who knows? And that was the quickest video that you guys will ever see. Thank you for watching. You know, obviously, like, so the actual turns, so it was literally 1, 2, 3 wins, 1 loss, and then 2 more wins to get out. But, you know, like I said, there's still plenty of games to be played, so you are not getting shorted out on any games. You'll have plenty to go around in the future videos. Like I said, thanks for watching this quick one. Sorry it had to be so quick, and I will see you guys in the Plateau climb. So I'm gonna go straight into the Plateau to Plat 1 climb. So obviously, to mitigate what the hell happened last time, my plan is to actually mitigate, like, I'm gonna record these as I go, like, you know, as the replays show up, to make sure that there's not a 24-hour window that passes, to try to make sure that I get enough content in these videos, because that was completely eye-opening. I guess I really must have just played the games, ripped through them, and then just recorded right after, and I just never encountered this problem before. So without further ado, let's get into it. So this game, I pretty sure that I just get my whole combo straight away. So I'm gonna combo out, have everything going the way that it should. So also, completely off topic, the reason that I'm so active in making videos now is because I actually injured my finger, so I'm literally taking like a whole week off from the gym and also from training. Okay, so check this out. So so this actually was slightly important here. So he ended up ashing, so I wasn't sure what this guy was doing, because I kept getting like pauses between each move whenever I was doing things. So I was like, well, whatever, I'm just gonna keep playing. So then randomly he decided to Ash the Lily Borea. I have no idea why he decided to do this, but I was like, all right, whatever, like the Ash is out of the way, so now I could continue playing. So then I just go into everything with the exception of Therion. So I get Bangle Lancer, I go into Rikka Petal. That was the other thing that was important here also, I forgot to mention, is that I have Rikka Petal. So I was able to summon that because I used Unexpected Die early on. So I was like, well, I'll just throw Rikka Petal off to the side and just keep playing as normal. And then I just went into like my Rikka package, and then I just go from there. So Rikka Glamour, Tribute out to Dryas. Yeah. So anyways, to finish, what I was trying to say is that I ended up injuring myself in judo training. So now I took a week off from the gym and training. So now I've been trying to turn and take that little bit of extra time to continue content making for you all. So hopefully you get to enjoy it, and hopefully I can build a little bit of a repertoire going forward to make things a little more consistent. So immediately I knew he was going into Labyrinth deck, so I decided to immediately stop, because like anytime a Labyrinth player goes straight into the Labyrinth Chandragolier, it looks like he's trying to grab a better trap than what he already has. So I felt like he probably didn't have the greatest hand in the world, so I didn't want to help him build resources, so I immediately monster negated that. Then I end up going into the Sacred Tree Beast. Then he sets his 2 and passes. So he set a card on the field. Now that already kind of tips me off that one of these might be a big welcome. So I immediately use Teardrop's effect just to tribute that shit out, so that way he can't use he can't like cycle out of cards. Because in order for big welcome to work, you have to have a card already on the field for it to be the most effective. So sure enough, he goes into big welcome here. I Ash that right away, because I do have an Ash. He goes and Ice Dragon prisons me. So I'm like, alright, what card is he going to take? Well, he takes away the card that's the most useless. I don't know why he did that. But then luckily I had a Rikka Princess still in hand when he tried to use, the dragon, or the fucking chandelier again. So once I use that, I get rid of the extra fodder in my, just the useless cards. I go to start, and then he stops. I mean, I was getting ready to go crazy, and he's like, yeah, I ain't got shit, so he quit. So that was the first one. These two, literally, like, it was just a matter of poor draws. Like, I literally would pull, like, so I would have, let's say, like, not the right cards or not the right interruptions, and then they would have every interruption. Like, there was like one game where like he used so he ashed me, and I was like, okay, well, he used his ash, that's cool. So then I tried to maxi after that, and then he had a fucking Call by the Grave. I was like, okay, well, this is going great. I was so upset. So yeah, that was like the combination of those 2 games were just poor draws. And the other thing during this entire time, like of playing, through my Plateau climb, I have not once uncovered a Cosmic Cyclone. Not one time. I haven't gotten any Cosmic Cyclones, which is kind of crazy. So now I use Lokai. He has his Maxi. I was luckily able to get cross out, so I crossed out his Maxi, thankfully for me. So that's the end of that. Now I go into Dryas, and then I just kind of go into my nonsense. So he skill drains me here. This is a very insane game, because I actually took... I should not have won this game. I'm telling you now. Like, I was able to trick him really badly. Because, for those who don't know how to play Rikka, they don't understand how it works. This is one of those players, and that's how I was able to beat him. So I go into Jasmine, because he ended up skill draining me, so I couldn't finish my combo at all. I Rikka Glamour after the fact to try to see if I can go into a Strenna, which I do here. But, oh yeah, actually I did get this to work. So I did get my my princess. I just wanted my princess in the graveyard. That's all I was trying to accomplish with that. Because then I could throw Strenna away and then summon something else. However, he has skill drain, so there are no monster effects, so it doesn't even matter. I'm kind of dumb for that. There's like no monster effects going off. So he does attack me. And then now he has like a 2800 beater, so he thinks he has this one. I cheated so hard. Like, look at this. So like I have Rikka Sheet, so I go Rikka Princess and Rikka Petal. and I just end turn, because then I figured I had two different materials I could tribute to grab his monster. So now I screw up here. So what I should have done to guarantee my success was try to pull this monster next turn, but then once I saw him pull Pathfinder and this, I saw these two cards were going down, I panicked. But the thing is, with Rikka Petal is at the start of every turn, you get Rikka Petal back from the graveyard. So I made a big mistake here, but watch what happens. So I tribute one of my monsters, I pull this monster across, he attacks, and then main 2 and end, I pull Rikka Petal back at the end phase, he quit. He literally, like, if he would have just continued playing, he would have got his monster back. He thought I took him indefinitely, so he ended up quitting. That was the craziest win. Like, he really just misplayed that shit so badly. So yeah, guys, lesson, it's never over till it's over. I really thought I was done. I was like, this game is over and I'm going to lose. But luckily I was able to pull it off. So I called by this here. Of course, Maxi don't want to deal with that shit. So now, this is like a perfect example of what happens when your combo works perfectly and you have everything set, and then you're able to play around all of their nonsense after the fact. Like, just got everything on the board, and then after that, like, just everything that he tried to do or he attempted to do, I ended up stopping and screwing up. So, like, he just could not play past it. So I'm going to go through this combo really quickly. And honestly, this is probably like the most quote-unquote textbook way to do this, just because like there was no extra materials or anything in addition that I could have done after the full combo. So I just set everything up and then I just pass. So I end on, obviously, Strenna. Once I end on Strenna, throw Princess into the graveyard, and then I just pass turn from there. Get Lone Fire to have it as a backup. Oh, actually, just kidding. I thought this was textbook, but I forgot I could actually go Teardrop. Like, I did have Snowdrop, so I threw Snowdrop when it's a Teardrop, and now I'm done. So here, like, he goes Ecclesia, I just throw that. I tried to bounce it immediately, but then he tries to pull it away. So then I just straight up use the Princess combo where I get rid of Strenna. He tries to call by. This pissed me off. Like, I was like, what is he called by? But then I was like, oh, that's right, I have Ethereum, so fuck you, and you're called by. So then I win this exchange. So he ends up with virtually nothing. So now Teardrop gets two, because there was two tributes, so he gets 400 attack power, or she gets 400 attack power. And then Sacred Tree Beast. So now he goes into Luber, wherein I go and Ash that, so I just use something from my hand just to stop him, to save my on-field effects. So he goes into whatever the hell this is. So he uses this. I think this is something that I should probably monster negate, so I in turn do that. And then I still had Teardrop's tribute capabilities. So I literally just stopped him with literally everything, and then he had to quit. So now this one. So I just go into my usual combo as always. This one, like, I give him, like, the biggest middle finger. Like, he didn't see it, but at the end of the game, because he really did some effed up bullshit, and I was able to play through it, and I was really upset about it. So, you know, my usual combo, set everything up, everything is fantastic. He did some bullshit. Like, I mean, again, like, the thing is this deck is really, like, strong and powerful and has a lot going for it if you get your combo out all the way. the one thing or the two things that really stop it or can really put a dent in it are super poly and tributing style monsters like kaijus, because then if you kaiju the right thing, like for example Regulus, then that just becomes really problematic, because then you lose your monster negate, I mean your omni negate, not even your freaking omni negate, and then that leaves you with very little. Like I said, it's, you know, you have a lot of weapons but taking your biggest weapon away. So, look at what this idiot ass does here. I was so angry. So this is where I end, and now I'm good. So this is the textbook one. I confused the two replays. So yeah, this is like, you know, whatever I have. So he super polys my fucking cards, and I'm out. So now I end up monster effect negating his stupid bitch Bestial card, and then I use that to try. So now it's the thing. I tried to get a free Xe summon. He had a fucking cold by stop me again. Got me furious. So now he Saronniers. I just Bangle Lance his ass to try to get that out of here. So now I'm just kind of screwed, and then I'm just waiting it out. He disconnects. Like, he probably figured he didn't have anything. I guess I interrupted him or bothered him just enough to where he felt like there was no finishing this game. So yeah, I was just like, fuck you. Like my freaking face. Like I was like, you know, flicking off the television. So yeah, that was a great game. Now these next two were extremely annoying. I was so mad. So I'll just summarize them. So this one, like I had it in the bag. I was really close. Like he went first. He played in this stupid hand. He had a pendulum summon deck, so he just pendulum summoned a million monsters. But I was still slowly playing my way back in. My biggest mistake this game that screwed me is that I had a choice of whether going into Strenna or Teardrop, or like Snowdrop into Teardrop. I tried to Snowdrop, but the way that he set the board up, it stopped me from getting or summoning Snowdrop, so I ended up not having anything on my board, and I lost just because of that. Like whereas if I would have went the Strenna route, I would have at least threw my princess into the graveyard. I would have had a monster negate, and maybe I would have been able to go Teardrop that route. So that it was just a misplay on my part. I tried to be, you know, I tried to be too, you know, like too good. Like I tried to be like super neat and make the super cool play or like this out of the box play, and it just backfired. So you know, you have those. There's always those forks in a game where you're like, oh, should I have done this or should I have done that? Hindsight is 2020. Like I should, next time I'll remember. Make sure just to go into Strenna and not try to be too fancy. That was that game. This game, I mean, I guess I could just play it because it's, you know, it's playable. I was angry. Like, this was, like, the stupidest match ever because so, again, you know, again, like, I haven't really, so, RIKKA is a very strong deck, but, again, like, a lot of my experience with RIKKA is, like, very early on, like, even back beyond, before tier limit, so I'm still trying to test out a lot of different theories, and you're gonna see one theory I tested here which kind of backfired on me. So there was one game I played where I skipped, so I went to Maxi, or they went Maxi, I skipped, and then they just bullshitted me after I skipped my Maxi turn. Like, he Maxi'd me, I was like, oh, I'm just gonna pass this turn and see what happens. And then he just had like a million plays after that. He had no cards, and then he just went into a million plays and just screwed me that game. So this one, I tried to do the opposite. I was like, well, this board is pretty unbreakable, extremely powerful. Let me just play through it. Let me just play through the Maxi and just try and see like how this works out. So I ended up giving him a ton of cards, but I was like, you know, as long as I strategically negate the right cards at the right times, and maybe I can still try to play through the 2,000 cards this guy has. So you're gonna see what this guy ends up doing, and screwed me in the worst way. So he does, like I said, you know, you can't predict the weather. You don't know what he's playing. Like, I mean, learning from this, I don't know what I would do differently. Maybe I would just do a little bit of combination of both. Instead of not playing and playing the whole way through, maybe I'll play to a point and stop. So, look at what this bastard does. Check this one out. So I get here, or, you know, I get to a comfortable place, trying to work everything through. I'm in a nice spot now. So he just straight up cheats with tributes, dude. Like, he tributes this, and I'm like, okay, whatever. Like, then he tributes with a lava golem, tributes with another lava golem, tributes with another lava golem, and then tributes with another Jizukiru. I'm like, bro, what are you doing with... So then I'm sitting here thinking, alright, whatever. Like, at least I have a lot of big beaters. Maybe I could try to make this happen with what I have. He just keeps going and bullshitting and bullshitting. So he ends up throwing away the other summon, throws away the other summon, to where I have no fucking cards on the board. And then to add insult to injury, he takes away my field spell. And then this bastard apparently can attack from a defense position, which is also bullshit. So check this out. He literally just attacks me twice with this cheating card, and then I lost. That was literally what happened. Like, he attacked from defense. It's pretty impressive. Not really. I mean, it's not impressive. I'm sorry. Like, I can't... You know, that was a tough one to lose. You know, like I said, lesson to self. Like, make sure to play, like, up to a certain point and not overplay while under Mexi. Because, you know, either way, if you don't play, they'll beat you. If you play too much, they'll beat you. So... that's all I got for right now. Like, I'm gonna break, you know, obviously break this video and just transition into the next bit of it, and hopefully I have better news. But yeah, this is where it's gonna be for now, and you know, enjoy part 2. Alright guys, let's get going. Like, I'm finally gonna get my ass out of Plat 2, check it out. Like, these are the last few games, some of them are a little comical, the last one is probably the best one, so stay tuned, you're gonna love the hell out of this game, it's freaking crazy. So watch this, well, yeah, you'll get there. So this first game was actually pretty fucking hilarious, because legitimately, like, okay, so I go unexpected die, go into Dryas, and the dude said, fuck that. Literally, he's just like, fuck this is not happening. I'm not playing this deck. So that's first win. Second win, I think it was a similar scenario. So I do go into my full combo. If I remember correctly, I literally played this whole turn through. But what happens is actually pretty ridiculous. Like, you know, it's the same story of just negating. Like, I just kind of have a ton of negates. I kind of stopped him from playing to some extent, and then he just got frustrated. But you're going to see how. So the first thing he decides to do, like, I didn't really pay too much mind to it, but I did max C it. I was like, I'm not worried about this, I'll just max C it just to be on the safe side. And then he just says no. He literally just, like, literally 2 comical games back to back. First one, he just straight up says, I don't feel like playing this. He sees a Dryas. This one, he lets me play my whole turn, and then I pull a max C, and then he's just like, I don't want to play through this either. So, 2 quick wins. Last one's the best one, this one I can't quite remember. Yes, I remember this one. Okay, I remember this one. So I literally had no plays whatsoever, and I fucked up. So, like, I'm just going to tell you what I probably should have did here. So I did go into Strenna, but I had literally nothing in the graveyard. I should have probably went into Sunsea Twin. After going to Sunsea Twin, go into Dryas, tribute to Dryas. Like, I could have played that better. Because for Primula, like, if you tribute something off the field, then it gives you a free summon. I could have literally went Sunsea Twin, Dryas. When I tributed the Sunsea Twin from the Dryas, Darius. I think it might have went off, and then I could have had more material, but I instead went Strata straight away, and I couldn't even put Princess into the graveyard. So this is a really bad hand on my part. I didn't have very much, but so I did Cosmic Cyclone, so strategically I just picked a card, threw it away, went to start playing, and I picked the right card. He just was like, "Oh, you picked the mother." He's just like, "Oh, god damn it, I'm done," and he just quit again. So now, after all those comical games out of the way, this one is the real challenge here. So this one was actually very intense. I did go into Max C just to kind of play in. He immediately, of course, has an Ash Blossom, so that immediately tilted me. I was like, oh Jesus, well this is gonna be fun. So he just goes into like a whole bunch of playing here. Only thing I had going for me at this given moment was the Harpy's Feather Duster. That kind of was like a bit of a saving grace. You're gonna see in the, then to come next turn. Here, okay, so now it's my turn to play. So immediately, like, look at this. Like, so this is the hand that I have, and this is the bullshit that this guy has set up. So I kind of go to work here. Like, can I play? Okay, so I go to work here. First thing, get all those bullshit traps out of the way. They're gone. Don't have to deal with that. Now, I go Rikka Petal. Now I try to kind of set up my Rikka hand. He goes and Kastir Unicorns me. I go and get rid of my Petal. This, I think, was a mistake, honestly. Like, I probably should have just waited this out. But I do get Princess. I do go Snowdrop. And get these both out, and now I'm able to luckily see, but now he bullshits me with another Ash, so he still had plays. So now I couldn't get my field spell out, but I was able to at least activate the effect of Snowdrop and go into Rikka Princess, or the Teardrop Queen. You know what I'm talking about here. So Teardrop Rikka Queen. So now I go and get rid of the Unicorn straight away, have 3,000 attack, get the other monster out. So now I'm looking at a pretty nice, counter attack here. So now this next turn, so it's funny because I feel like I used the monster effect of Princess immediately when I probably should have held back. I do the exact opposite here, and you're gonna see how. So I immediately use this effect to get to 0, and then I throw this away. So now at this moment, I know that he has no board. I have 3,000. He end phases here. So now I go to Rikka Petal. He goes to use his bullshit cheating Ghost Bell. I actually still had my my Princess in the graveyard. I throw the Teardrop away, get that out, because then in my mind here, you already know what's gonna happen. Like here, I have Rikka Petal. I can go Rikka Petal, go Mudan again, go into Cone again, and just kind of get the cycle just off of Rikka Petal. So I was willing to sacrifice this Teardrop to just get like an entire board full of Rikka monsters and just work off of it. The minute he realizes that this is gonna start, so I have Cross out. I throw, or actually activate Rikka, get Mudan. The minute he sees this all starting up again, that was game. That brought me from Plat 2 to Plat 1. So very intense match there. I thought I lost. I'm telling you, the minute like I made like that first mistake, and like I think like just kind of halfway through the game, I was like, oh man, I'm not gonna get this. But then like I was able to just at a key moment stop him with Princess, and then that was gonna allow me to play through it. And he didn't have a board. I would have been able to just smack him for a good amount of damage and set up negates and follow up for the next turn. So he knew that it was over for him. So that, just like that, Plat 1. So hope you guys enjoyed this little section. I knew I got a little salty towards the middle of this video. That guy really pissed me off. Fucking playing, I tried to play Maxi, totally did not take into account of. I mean, again, you don't know what deck you're playing, so it's really hard. You're not sure what to expect. Probably should not have done that. but I was still mad because he literally had all the tools and he's just like, okay, tribute all this, go into like the bullshit. Like I still need to learn that new meta deck because that meta deck has just been going crazy. So I'll figure it out eventually. But let's get to Plat 1, guys. Hope you enjoyed this one, and I will see you guys in the next video to get to Diamond.